Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. It is Monday. Happy Monday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is starting out pretty good. So I had a longer week, restful weekend. It's been a restful weekend. We've had, the sickness that's going around with everybody. Nobody has it, but it's the one that's lingering. So I have avoided it, tried to avoid it by, taking care of myself, doing things. I know it's like sometimes it is a virus, so it goes around and you can just get sick, even if you take care of yourself, but I've been trying to ward it off. And so this weekend on Saturday, I just felt it a little bit more and I was like, nope. So I just rested. I rested all day. I watched 4 movies in that day. I don't ever sit and watch. I can't even remember the last time I sat through 4 movies. I always fall asleep. So I sat through and watched, ended up watching It Happened on Fifth Avenue. Someone reminded me to watch that. I had watched that last year, so that's a good movie. I ended up watching God's Not Dead 2. I don't think I've ever sat through all of them. So I watched the first one, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. So I watched the second one and the third one. I think it's Breakthrough, the one where the boy falls through the ice. Powerful movie. And then what else do we throw in? Oh, and then like Parental Guidance was just a fun movie to throw in. So it was a relaxing weekend. Didn't do anything but lay on that couch. So I laid on there, relaxed and rested, which was good. It was a good thing to do that. And then yesterday we had church and came home. We ended up getting pizza. So we had pizza on the way home, and it was good. And again, it was just a chill day. Took a little nap, and even though I rested all day Saturday and slept all night till Sunday, it's like I still was tired. So I just came home and rested for a little bit, and then got up, and then we ended up going for a walk last night and just had an early bedtime. And I got up early today, and I'm like, I'm going to start my day out early. So I went upstairs, had some time with the Lord, read my Bible, and it's like good to do sometimes you get out of the routine of doing those things and you might do it a different way. And I know that's what I have been doing since I moved here. And like, I can see it. I can see the negative effects of it in my life. I can see my mind, my thought process. I can see different ways I look at things. And so it's important, not that I'm getting out of God's word, but the way I used to do it, it used to just help me so much better for my day. So much better. It's hard to explain, I guess, unless you sit with the Lord and have some time with Him for a while. You don't understand, right? Because I know I didn't. When I had tons of kids, everyone's like, have your devotion time. And I'm like, I have 10 kids to take care of right now. Who has time to have an hour's worth of devotions? I couldn't even have a half hour. My time with the Lord, I felt like was in my shower, which sounds probably bad to some people, but I got to be quiet and alone with my thoughts. I know that was a lot of prayer time in my shower, and I take a short shower, but at least I got some time in it. I'm like, okay. So I know time with the Lord for everybody looks differently, and it does, and there's no judgment whatsoever. You do your life. God knows your heart. He knows where you're at. And I know over the years, like as I've taken more time and gotten up and took that time, how much better and how much more focused, how much more I guess not willing, but more, I could hear God's speaking to me clearly. I guess that's the word, more clarity. That's the word, clarity is I'm looking for. And so I know, like moving, all that stuff, it was just like a lot going on. There was a lot of change going on in my life at that time, and it just seems like almost like a blur, isn't it? It's like almost like a blur, exciting blur, but blur. And so wanting to regain that clarity more. Not that I don't hear God, not that I'm not spending time with God, but just getting that clarity. And so that starts with me. It doesn't start with God. God's always there. We beg and cry and plead out to God because He doesn't hear our prayers. We think He doesn't. We think He doesn't, right? We think He's not listening to us. We think, why is this happening? But don't look at God and point your finger. Look at yourself and see what you're doing. Most of the time, or probably 99.99% of the time, it's us. I doubt that. I think it'd be more like 99.99999. It's us. God is always there. God is always there, wanting to love, wanting to comfort, wanting to give you peace, all those things. But we're the ones that get in the way and mess all that up. So I know it's life. It's normal human people, right? Real people. That's why the Bible is over and over and over talking to people that did things, and you're like, why would they do that? Oh my goodness, did they not just God didn't just perform a miracle and they're doing it again, and you wonder why? Well, look at your own life. I think of myself and how I can see God do great things, and then not even a day later be right back into that bad thinking and go, no, God's not going to do anything. Very, very much the same. That's why it's there. Evaluate yourself. So I got up today, spent some time, and it was just a good thing. It was one of those things where I remember back in the day when we had moved to a church, our old church, and I remember I walked into the church, and I liked my previous church because it was smaller. It was comforting. It was just smaller, and I enjoyed it. We did that when we moved to the mountains, and it was great. I loved it, but there wasn't a lot of growth for my kids, and that was our social, that was our thing. And so I remember when the Lord said your time was going to be done here, and I was like, what? Peaceful, again, peaceful. God is a God of peace, not a God of craziness and messed upness. God is a God of peace that makes all those things work out good. So I remember when he said, this will be your last Sunday here, and I was like, what? And I was like heartbroken. I was heartbroken because I love my church, loved my pastor, loved where we were at, loved the community, but I knew God was calling us somewhere else. And then we went to the new church, and I remember going, I don't even want to be here right now, because it was much bigger, it was great. It's a great church, wonderful. But I'm like, I don't want to be there. And there was a song they played during worship, and I'm like, I don't even like this song. And it's terrible, but it's a song that's wonderful. It's Oceans, that song Oceans by Hillsong United, I think, sings it. And I remember hearing that song, and I'm like, during worship, praising God, and God was just speaking to me so much through that song, and I was like, God, I know this is you, because I don't even care for the song at all. And I don't know why. I have no qualm as why I don't like it. I just never liked it. Just my own personal thing. But God will use things like that. And so I remember him speaking to me through that song, and I was like, this was going to be our church. And I was like, okay. And it did. And it was a wonderful church. It was great. My kids grew there, and we had a wonderful time in ministry there, and sharing and being part of and growing. And I loved it. Loved everything about it. And then now we're here. And so it feels like we're in that no man's land. No, I feel like a nomad in the land of, like, it's so different. It's just different where we're at. Yes, we're in church. Yes, we're doing things, but we're still, I feel like, in that nomad land. And it's like one of those things where, you walk by faith, not by sight. And it's like you kind of walk into things blindly. And it's like, because God doesn't always show you everything. Like, I know God has given me, a vision of what's to come on different things in my life, and you're like, you wait for those things expectantly, and you look for those things. You're like, yes, okay, I see it happening, all those things. Then sometimes it's like you're going into it blindly, and you're like, you don't see things, and you're like, why? What do I go? And that's the part of walking by faith, not by sight, and just walking into it and doing what God wants you to do. And sometimes that means daily. All right, God, this is what I'm going to do today. What am I supposed to do? Not what I'm going to do. God, what am I to do today? And you walk through that, knowing God's going to take care of you. God is going to work things out, but it's that obedience that he wants. He doesn't require it. God doesn't require it. He doesn't force anything on us, but he wants that because he wants you to walk in those blessings you have in your life. And so for myself, I know it's one of those more like walking, okay, daily, like, what do I do? What is my day like? And it's the daily things. It's the little things, like get up and go for a walk today. And where I didn't want to, it's freezing outside. I think it was 40 degrees this weekend. I was like, oh my goodness. So it's chilly, but you know what? Got up and walked. And that clarity, that peace of mind, and I don't know why, maybe that's going to help me ward off this illness. Who knows? Maybe I just need that fresh air. Maybe Max needed to walk outside wherever she is. She's over there. Who knows? But God does. And so being obedient and walking in those ways. And so that song, I ended up hearing it this weekend. Back to the song. I was driving, and I was just talking to God about things and things that were on my heart, and just, those worries, those things. And that song was on. And it's like God just spoke to me. He's like, remember when you heard the song and you didn't like it, you didn't understand, but you walk through it and look at what happened, and look at what the blessings that I gave you, and look at the things that worked out. And I'm like, I know. So I was just listening to that song again this morning. I'm like, I have a newfound love for that song. Never did before, but now I do, because I'm like, all right, God, you've used it a few times in my life. And so that was a good morning. So that was my good morning this morning. And then came down, and I'm like, let's go, Maxine. She was sleeping. I'm like, let's get out of bed and go for a walk. It was a little chilly. It is chilly. I don't know, it's probably not even 50. It's cold. It's going to warm up like the rest of the world's going to warm up. I think everybody's going to be high temperatures. We're having like 90 this week, so I'm hoping for a beach day. Yes, a beach day. I know we won't be on the water, but we'll be on the sand in the sunshine. So it's going to be good. But we've got to do stuff today for a Monday cleaning up, doing life. It's like going to be good. So I'm going to go in. The house is not that messy, because we really didn't make a big mess in the house. We kept it pretty clean, just the normal pickup of things I need to go through and see what kind of food we have, because I made all that food for the weekend, but I'm not going to keep all of that food for the weekend. There's going to be some that I throw out. I know, the gas, I know. You eat it so much, you're tired of it. So I'm going to make little bowls to have like a leftover lunch today maybe, or a leftover dinner. We'll see how much is in there, and go from there. See what we got to plan some out. We're still eating the bottom of the freezer, the bottom of the pantry, but I will have to go shopping. I don't know if I'll go this week or next week. We'll see how life goes. So there goes Maxine looking for her squirrel. So you ready for a great Monday? I'm ready for a great Monday. Get your plan. I'm going to go look in at my list of my cleaning list because I know what I have to do. I looked at it this morning actually, and part of my cleaning list was clean or wash all my not my bedding. It is bedding, whoever's bedding is this week, and wash the towels in my bathroom and wash my clothes and Greg's clothes. So those are already in. That is part of something I have to do today. And I cleaned my shower out because I know that was going to be on there as well. So just get your list of what you have to do so you can focus. And then you know, like, okay, what do I do today? So it would be more like I got to go, what should I do today? But now I'm like, I know my focus for the day. So we're gonna go in and get that done. You guys ready for a great day? I am ready for a great Motivation Monday. I'm hoping it gets warmer. I think the temperatures are rising this week, so we should have some sunshine. I've got the sleeveless on in hopes that, you know, I can take this off a little bit later. It's gonna be great. So let's go in and have a fantastic, wonderful Motivation Monday, because you know what? It's good. And Maxine's got squirrels over there. She's like, there's a squirrel in that tree. So no, it's a good day because you know what, you're here, you're alive, you got some purpose today. I don't know what it is, I don't know what mine is today, but if we ask God, he will show us the steps of our way, order our steps, get us to where we need to be. So you ready? All right, let's go. Usually the first thing I always do in my kitchen is a wipe off of the counters. Once you wipe your countertops off, get them decluttered, it makes everything else seem clean. Even if it's not, you can leave smudges on your dishwasher. You can leave food on the floor. Well, I mean, clean it up, but you know what I mean. It just making that whole, kind of like in your bedroom, if you just make your bed, makes the whole rest of your room look clean. And so just wiping the counters, these are pretty clean. We had a good cleanup this weekend, took care of the dishes, those kind of things. And then I'm just gonna wipe off the refrigerator because we use this as a marker board all the time. So I'm wiping it, but I realize when I wipe it with just my Norwex cloth, it leaves like watermarks on it. So I'm re-wiping it with the window cloth just to remove the streaks off there. And then this is good. I've got I don't have to write in the front as much anymore because we do have our chore chart on the side of the refrigerator, and then I just put any extras on that little marker board that I have on the side just to keep the front from getting dirty and marks all over it. Quick wipe off of the coffee station here, just wiping this down. We do like it having it this way for now. This setup works good for us the way we have things. And then I just use the stainless steel cleaner. My dishwasher and the oven do not have smudge-proof stains. So I know there's a lot of different tips and tricks for keeping it clean, but this bottle of stainless steel cleaner, I bought it when we moved here. We've been here 7 months. I think I'm gonna say maybe 5 months, a couple months in I bought it. So it's lasted for a long time. I barely use it. I keep a cloth right on it under my sink, and I just come and wipe it off and just get the streaks off, usually once a week, sometimes during the week if I want to look at it and go, oh, I don't like that streak down the front of it, then maybe I will wipe it again. For the most part, it stays clean this way. Stove is staying pretty clean. I just wiped off the top of it, and I'll just clean the front of it. The oven has some stuff that has been cooked over in it, so I'm gonna have to clean that out, but I will wait for that on my deep cleaning day of the kitchen so that I don't have to go, oh, I should do that today. Stick to your list, and then you know, and then it doesn't become overwhelming. The dish in the dishwasher, we loaded up pretty good. And then last night we used paper plates for our pizza, but we do have a lot of glasses, it looks like, in here. So I'm just gonna wash these, set them in the dishwasher to dry so they're not sitting on the countertop. It's just to let them drip dry into the dishwasher, and then whoever has dishes this morning, will put them away. So it seems like every time I do the dishes, we use these glass straws all the time, and one of them gets broken. I'm sure it falls in between the rack and just gets, you know, broken. I don't know. However it does. It does. So it seems like every wash we have a broken glass straw. I think I saw someone got some at the dollar store. So I'm like, ooh, I'll have to go there when these ones are out. The kids do I don't mind drinking from a glass straw as well when we use the glass cup. So this will go in the trash, and everything's cleaned up in the kitchen now. For myself, for Monday, is just getting the floors down here picked up, and then that way I can run the vacuum. So for the most part, it gets picked up on the floor. Sure, there'll be little corners and things that it misses if I leave things out, but for the most part it gets vacuumed up because then someone else is going to come by and steam up it today. So I'm not going to pick up the couches and stuff. I'm going to pull some feathers out of the couch because that's what I'm doing right now to get my cushions depinned. And then the rest just kind of pick up so we can get it clean. It's going to be an easy Monday for me today, which is a good thing. I'm like, easy Mondays are always good. So having a plan, I think, helps hugely, because otherwise I'm like, what am I going to do today? What kind of cleanup am I going to do? So I'm waiting for laundry guy to get some hangers from my room so I can hang up clothes. I decided I need to scrub the shoes, the gym shoes. Back in the day, I would never get shoes with white rubber around them because they're always going to get dirty. In the mountains, forget it. Any kid that wanted white shoes, I was like, I do not want to hear when they're getting dirty. You will be responsible for keeping them clean so they don't look so yucky. And I get that, and they were like, no, I will. And it was always hard in the mountains because we were living in a mountain, it's dirty. Well, in Florida, it's a little bit different because there's nothing really dirty. You're always on, the ground, but they do get dirty over time. And so I said, well, this week, which I knew today would be probably this day, I was going to scrub all the white parts of the shoes and then throw them in the washer so they can get clean and set them out in the sun. I was going to do it last week, but it was raining. So that is something I'm going to focus on today. So I'm going to do all of Greg's shoes first. Why doesn't Greg do his own shoes? Because he could. Greg's doing something else right now for a family. This is something I don't mind doing. So I'm just going to scrub. I'm putting my sink first, and I'm going to get a towel there. I'm just going to scrub as best I can, and then I'm just going to throw them in the washer with a couple bigger towels and let it kind of towel dry and scrub, and I'll take them outside and set them in the sun for the day. So that's what I'm going to focus on next. I'm waiting for my washer here. It looks like it was going down in minutes, but it looks like it's going up in minutes now. Sometimes when it's got a heavier load, it kind of adds a few minutes to it. It should be done in a minute, but for the most part, that's done. I just have to go in my bedroom, vacuum, and then clean the bathroom out. That'll be something else I get done today as well. And then we'll focus on food. I think I'm going to pull out the old chocolate shake smoothie because, you know, we need to get rid of the ice cream. So I think that's going to be a good thing to have today. They'll love it. Kids are like, this is the greatest thing ever. I'm like, it's chocolate ice cream. It's literally just a shake. It's just a shake. That's all it is. Like, I grew up going to McDonald's getting shakes. We don't get shakes that much in our household. My kids have, some have had them, not everybody. We just don't get them all the time. But I grew up having a strawberry shake or a chocolate shake all the time from McDonald's. Just something we had. So everything's are different. But we'll have that today. I'm going to look and see what else we got for food. Like I said, I know there's leftovers, so we will probably use some of those. But do we want it again for dinner? I don't know. I guess we'll kind of see what we have in there. It's like when you're getting down to the end of groceries, food becomes so monotonous, even though it's probably something we haven't had for a while. So we're like, oh, it's this, or oh, we've already had that. So you kind of get creative with the things you have. So we'll see what's in there and what we got. Is this okay? That's still gonna go. We're gonna let that go. Let's go back here and get a towel, and then we'll scrub the shoes. I think I got a brush right here. And they bought the fancy Vans cleaner. I'm gonna use good old-fashioned dish soap and a brush, and I guarantee you it'll get clean. This job always seems like one of those daunting tasks of it takes forever, but in reality, I'm looking at my timer here. It took me 8 minutes just to do 3 pairs of shoes, 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of shoes. So it doesn't take that long. It's just getting it done. Yes, scrubbing it, getting it white as best I can. I might have to get a magic eraser if I need to. We'll see. Okay, scrubbing away. I just grabbed the magic eraser here, getting this worked for getting the rest of it off. Some of these shoes are just dirty, so but they're definitely a lot cleaner than they used to be. So, okay, 20 minutes of scrubbing shoes, and they're done. Now I'll have to do the kids still, or have them help with them, which they will, when they get moving in upstairs or downstairs here today. I say upstairs because the whole house is upstairs. When they get moving and bring them down, we will get those scrubbed up today. And I'm not going to scrub the sink out from the shoes because we'll be using it for other shoes. So I'm just going to go put these in the washer. And just throwing the towels in the dryer. Those work out really good. I don't mind washing jeans with towels because heavy duty, they don't shrink. Just a good scrubbing will work on there. And then I'm going to throw this whole load in the washer. I should have saved some of the towels, but I wasn't thinking I was going to do the shoes. So I just had to go grab a couple clean towels and throw them in there. Whatever works. The bathroom in here, I'm just going to come in here and do a quick wipe. The shower I cleaned when I was in it today, so it doesn't need to be that wiped out. I'm just going to wipe off the counter, and then I like the vacuum to go in here and pick up all the hair, and then I redo the steam mop on all the floors in the bathrooms and stuff, so I don't have to worry about scrubbing the floors in here. So just wiping out. I left the roller skate on the counter, and there is a handheld sewing machine. Those are 2 reminders for Greg, so he knows to get a bolt for that skate because we need to get something at the store. It's been here for a week, but they'll sit here till we get it done in the sewing machine to remind him. So that's what we do for our little reminders. Out in the garage, getting creative with leftovers. As you can see, we are running very low in the freezer, which is okay. That's what I planned on doing. I'll have to go big shopping. But looking in our kitchen and the refrigerator, pulling out what we have, and then seeing what I can get creative with in there. So let's go inside and see what we can come up with for today. Okay, part of gathering up your fragments and using your things and not going shopping is getting creative with your food. And so that's what I'm doing. And I think I do this all the time, get creative with what can I gather up, what can I have. Hopefully it's not too loud with the vacuum. So dinner for the weekend, we had a lot of food. So what I have is, we had a little bit of mac and cheese. So I'm just gonna put this with a piece. This can be like, we'll probably do leftovers for lunch today because there's enough for lunch. And then there's a little bit of tortellini. So that way I was able to empty 2 pans. And then I have 2 things of jambalaya. So that will work out for leftovers for lunch. And then I was gonna make dinner, but I have almost a whole thing of spaghetti. I think I did 2 packages of pasta. Why? I don't know. Why did I do that? So there's an awful lot of spaghetti, but I'm finding there's not many meatballs. So I think I'm gonna make this casserole over. Can you do that? Yes, you can. So what I'm thinking of doing is getting out more meatballs and cooking them on the stove here, putting a couple cans of diced tomatoes in there, just more, and then putting this in a casserole just like it is now, and using cream of mushroom soup in the middle with some cheese. It would be like a baked spaghetti. It'll be something different than, oh, spaghetti again, but just kind of repurpose your leftovers. Can you repurpose your leftovers? Yes, you can repurpose your leftovers. So that is what I'm gonna do with the spaghetti, the stuff that we got here. So I'm like, that'll be good. Then I don't have to worry about making dinner. Baked spaghetti is delicious. My mother-in-law gave me a recipe when I was first bride, learning how to cook. It's found it in some magazine. They think they use tomato sauce, like green peppers, and then you just literally just did the pasta and you layered it, and it was very good. So I'm gonna do that for the rest of that. And then we have a lot of these hot dogs left over. So I was like, what can I do with hot dogs? So I've got some pita right here. I think I have some more in the freezer here. I'm gonna get that out. I think I'm gonna make some sausage gravy, use it as a like pizza sauce. Chop up these hot dogs, cook some scrambled eggs, and make little breakfast pizzas. Easy. That would gather up those fragments and use them up. I'm like, that is gonna work out for breakfast today. And then I did find a thing of bananas for smoothies, but I think today I'll use up the ice cream because it's almost gone. Have a chocolate smoothie, a chocolate shake basically, and then we can have this another day. But I'm like, that's good. See, we're gathering things and using them without, like normally, that spaghetti would probably go in the trash and most people would just throw it away because whatever, starting something new. But I'm gonna kind of add to it, be creative. I'll probably make some homemade bread today. We'll get some more, I think we should roast some more vegetables. That would be really good. So I'm gonna get making on my food because then I don't have to worry about it for the day because Mondays are always busy. It's still early, which is good, but it does get busier for the day for me. So what we're gonna do, let's chop up the hot dogs, get some eggs going, and we'll cook those in the stove. I think that's gonna be a good way to gather it up. Get all your pans out. So we'll have this, I'm gonna heat up. I have found a package of sausage in there too, so I'll do breakfast sausage and hot dogs. This will be for my eggs, and this will be for my meatballs. So I'm gonna put this down here. Let's do this easy. Let's get the meatballs in there. I have those fragments using things up. I'm gonna put a couple cans of diced tomatoes because I need to make my spaghetti more, tomatoey without adding another jar of sauce. So this will be good, and then add a bunch of spices. That's going to be the breakfast sausage gravy. That'll work really good. Here is some sausage. Put this in here. Again, gathering things out of the freezer. And I'm like, oh, this is in there. This in here, it's frozen. This will be good. We'll have the sausage and the hot dogs, and it kind of adds a little bit of meat flavor to it. I got to chop up these hot dogs. As I was cutting those up, putting them in the pan, I thought, there's a lot of meat in there for the sausage. So I'm like, I really don't need all these hot dogs in there. And so I thought about that penny supper casserole I made a long time ago. It has potatoes, it was leftover potatoes, hot dogs cut up, and then like some cream soups or something. So I thought, why don't I use that like for tomorrow? So that's why I stopped putting it, I actually pulled it out of the pan. I didn't show that, be careful with your fingers when it's already hot. So I just put it in a bag and I put it all cut up in the refrigerator. I am thinking I will do a penny supper. It's called penny supper casserole. I made it a little while ago. This old casserole, and that will be good for like lunch tomorrow if we need a leftover. I'm just thinking that's going to be a better use of the hot dogs versus, because we've already got that whole thing of sausage. I'm like, that's plenty of sausage for our pizzas, little breakfast pizza. So I'm just going to crack eggs here. And then we're gonna whisk them together real quick and then put them and make them into scrambled eggs. And our breakfast pizzas will be ready. Now just turn on the oven and just put them in the oven while when they're ready to eat. With a little bit of cheese on top. It'll be delicious. We're at 15 eggs. Then we'll have some for you tomorrow too. Because I've got 2 packages of pita bread. Okay, we're here to do multiple things at once. My eggs are cooking away over there. I think about it, the pan handles are over the edge of the stove, but I have no little kids at home. But if I had little kids, that would have been like a no-no, and back in the day, I would never have put that facing up because somebody can grab it. So always stick your handles inside. I've got homemade cream of mushroom soup here. This is our homemade cream of mushroom. It's delicious. It's darker because it's homemade and it's made with real mushrooms. Very delicious and yummy. And I make this lactose free. So I'm adding a little bit of lactose free milk to it, whisk it up. I'm gonna take my spaghetti. Should I just mix? Let me get a big bowl, put it in a bowl, add the rest of the meatballs to it, and then I'm gonna divide it up into the same pan and a smaller one. And you're gonna layer it with the cream of mushroom soup and a little bit of mozzarella cheese, probably some Parmesan cheese too, and then that way we'll have it for dinner. It's repurposing it and it tastes delicious. First, I gotta finish the eggs. This is an easy way to gather up those marigons and make it a little bit more exciting than plain old spaghetti. The cheese is frozen, pretty much frozen, so that was the bottom of the freezer, so there's little chunks, but it's literally spaghetti meatballs with the cream mushroom, which makes it a little more gooey, creamier, a little bit better than just plain old stuff. And I've got a lactose-free version as well. I'm gonna cover these with foil and they will go in the oven and bake them today. We'll have a ooey gooey, delicious dinner. Let me wash these dishes real quick before we make our pizzas. The beautiful thing is all of this is gathering fragments. That's stuff that probably would just go to waste. So I decided to do 2 pans of it because I was gonna just wait till tomorrow, but I thought, well, this way if I divide it up among all of them, then I know how much sausage gravy I have, how many eggs I had. So if you notice, I put more eggs on this one. So this one I put a little bit less eggs. So then I made sure to put more sausage on this one. You know, make sure when you're doing that, go, okay, so then one doesn't go without the other. And then cheese, and I use the dairy-free cheese. These will be great. And then I'll just put them in the refrigerator. What I'll do, it depends on how many they eat. But if they don't eat them, I'll just put them on a plate. Stack another plate on top and then put another plate. We'll just stack them in the refrigerator. Is that good for normal times? No, but right now we don't have that many groceries in there, so that is gonna work. So this is gonna be great for breakfast. Easy breakfast pizza, gather up fragments. Lunch is all of the leftovers from the weekend. Like there's the jambalaya, there's mac and cheese, and I think that's it from there, right? Yep. And then for dinner is going to be the baked spaghetti. So this is good. The only other thing I wanna do is some vegetables and what else? And make some homemade bread. So we're gonna keep moving, wash some dishes. Gotta flip laundry, we're gonna keep moving. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my laundry real quick in the dryer and the washer. It's gonna be towels and there's gonna be shoes. I'll bring those out, we'll set them outside in the sun. And then we'll start on the vegetables. The pizzas are in the oven. I use the blender with the chocolate. It'll be a nice, delicious chocolate milkshake. Everybody will love it because, hey, they don't eat the ice cream separate, but they'll eat it in there. And then we'll keep going. And so we're gathering fragments using them. I still have some Brussels sprouts right here, and I've got some fresh broccoli. So I'm going to take that, chop the Brussels sprouts in half, put them on a baking pan, and I'm going to broil them, or roast them in the oven with a little bit of honey, balsamic vinegar, and some garlic. I think that was really good. I made that before and it was delicious. So I'm just going to chop these up, just gather them up, using them, and I've also got a couple sweet potatoes I'll cut up and add to it. Okay, truly gathering my fragments, using things up. This is all stuff that people just throw away as leftovers, but we're repurposing your food. Doesn't sound very good, but reusing so nothing goes to waste. You don't waste your money. You got money to spend on something else. That's a good thing. So pizzas are coming in the oven, and then the only other thing I think for food-wise is just putting some bread in the bread machine. I can do that at any time here in the next little while. So what a good morning, great Monday morning. The bread is for the bread machine, just a bread machine recipe. I just heat the milk, the water, and the butter together until it's warm, and then I'll put the yeast in there, sugar, salt, and put it all in the bread machine with the flour. So today's been a busy day. Oh my goodness, I feel like, right now it was so peaceful and so calming in the morning when it's just me. Then the house got up, got a little busy. We watched a movie. We watched the Helen Keller movie. So we watched that this morning, and now it's time to get moving with chores. So what that is a lot of showing kids that don't normally do certain things how to do them. So it's a lot of busyness on my end of it. So I'm just like trying to like go between kids and try to get things, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna get there. Scrubbing shoes in the meantime, dog's getting a bath, vacuuming's going upstairs, and I gotta do my room here too. And so lots of busyness, but we're having a good Monday. It's like afternoon time, it's going good.
We have a great day today.
We are having a good day today. We're having a great day today. It is Monday afternoons. We got all the chores done, sat down, did a little chit chat, and then don't disappear. And now we're gonna start our school stuff. So Miss Barbara sent us our next week's of snacks. I feel like a spokesperson for the candy she sends. Airheads. So it was funny because we were eating. She gave us like Laffy Taffy suckers, and I was like, ooh, I was eating them. Those were so good. And I'm like, oh, this reminds me of Airheads. Airheads show up at the door. So we were super thankful. So we are having Airheads for our treats here for while we're doing school. And then she sent more of this, the Diane. This is a zesty cheddar style, so this will be a new little flavor to try. So we're doing really good. We're doing really good. Laundry's rolling. Shoes are outside drying. We're getting everything done. Basically, we're down to laundry. Just get laundry, flipping it through. It only can work so much. So that's going. I put the spaghetti in the oven, and then we're gonna sit down and do our school stuff right now, get that taken care of, and then going for a good day. It's been great. All right, we finished up our school, so that's done. So let me show you, dinner is finished. Here is the bread right here. This is gonna be really good. That invites me to get out the butter in here. Here's our breakfast right here. I'm gonna put this out for later. And then dinner, look at this. I put this in here. Ooh, that's like hot because I was just cooking this. Look at the cheesy, delicious pasta. Like, look at ooey gooey cheesy. Delicious. This tastes really good. The baked spaghetti. And this will be all cheesy too. This is warm until dinner. Decided to come outside because it gets busy inside with all the kids. We got the trash can sitting over here that is drying. I've got all the shoes on the table here. They're still kind of wet. It turned out it's like 70 today, so it's getting warmer, but it's not like full-fledged sunshine, so it's not like super like hot out yet. And I know it'll get there this week, so I'll probably have to bring some of these shoes in, but we did wash all the shoes. So all the kids are Converse kids. Converse, if they're not Converse, they're Vans. So those got clean, which is a good thing. So those are all clean. And then what else are we doing? We're doing laundry. I've got 2 more loads of laundry. 2 more loads of laundry to go in the washer still, and then we'll have to like fold the towels, put the beddings back on, and then Is that it? Just bedding and towels, yeah. That's like, and then our dinner is done, so I don't have to worry about that. I have to run Brooklyn to work here in a little bit. We'll get to eat, we'll clean up, and then our Monday's complete. We're gonna go for a walk and get out because it is sunshine. There's that sunshine is up there in the sky. We're gonna go for a walk, get out, get some exercise. So we usually walk a little bit and then we ride bikes. They ride the electric bikes, their scooters, whatever they want to take around somewhere. Rollerblades, just depends on what they want to take around the neighborhood. And then that's our Monday. So it's been a good day. And then we're gonna swim. We're gonna swim. We didn't swim for 2 days. We had it shut off because of the rain. So it was off for a couple days, and so we had to run it. So yesterday we turned it on. We were gonna come in and we're like, I think it's a little bit too chilly. So we've been running it since last night and then today. So it's warm. It'll be warm. Be nice to go swimming in tonight. And that's how our Monday's gonna end. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. What we did, we gathered, we repurposed food. Yes, that sounds terrible, but we repurposed, made food so we can eat it. It's delicious. Got our school done, cleaned the house. It's been a good day. It's been a busy day, but a good day. And we got some school done too. So I hope that your day is going well. I hope you had a good day. And if not, you know what? There's always tomorrow. There is. Guess what? That sun comes out. Even though it's cloudy, it does come back out tomorrow. It really does. It does. And it might not tomorrow, but it might come out the next day. Whatever time in your life, the sun comes out. So have a fantastic rest of your day. Come back tomorrow. We'll do something else. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.